The overnight storm that's still bringing rain to the FM area this morning also brought widespread power outages to the valley. Xcel's outage map shows trouble for about 3,700 customers from South Fargo north of I-94 up into North Fargo.
Cass County Electric has also been out much of the night working to restore electricity to people in the valley, or to people in Valley City rather, and south of there, and then over to Castleton and then to Kindred.
The power outages started just before storms hit the FM area. Take a look at this. Our Valley News team crew was trying to make their way out to rural West Fargo last night when strong winds picked up. They said they actually had to pull over when the gusty winds started blowing a lot of debris, making roads hard to see.
And people in south central North Dakota will be getting a better look at damage today after reports of a tornado last night. Now, this video shared with us is a twister near Ashley in McIntosh County. We're told there are no reports of any injuries, but the sheriff says buildings, they were destroyed on several farms. He says damage may have been caused by straight line winds, if not the tornado itself.
We're checking in with meteorologist Lisa Green for the latest weather conditions, but stay with us. We're getting a live look at the damage around the FM area in about 10 minutes.
The Valley News Live First Alert Storm Team has issued a weather alert day.
Good morning. We do have so many photos and video coming in. I've got a couple to share with you here too. This is from the Ypsilanti area in Stutsman County. Wind damage to a grain bin there. Thanks, Nicole, for sharing that. And also some video. That wasn't the only tornado down in the southwest. Check out this video that was sent to us from Matthew. This is 2 miles northwest of Caledonia. You could see that dirt getting picked up and swirling around here on our view on this video here. And this is in Trail County. We did get more video from the Hillsborough area in the same region, so it could be the same tornado that we saw. So we'll be sharing that throughout the morning. Lots of storm reports that came in with this system. You could just see that debris cloud really picking up and spreading out here as this video continues here this morning. So again, still dealing with the rain and thunder, but the severe part of this is winding down. Look at all these reports. We've got hail reports, wind damage, strong wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour measured so far. Of course, we'll be getting more of these in throughout the morning. But checking out our current radar, you can see in eastern North Dakota, eastern parts of our viewing area, that's where we have some of the more widespread heavy rain ongoing right now. Over to the northern part of the valley too, north of Highway 2. Some lightning as I turn on our lightning data here, north of Highway 2, stretching from Devil's Lake and back over toward the Grafton area. Over to the east, steady rain ongoing there, and some lightning associated with that too. And as we head a little farther south, a little more substantial rain, maybe some gusty winds heading toward Park Rapids, continuing into Detroit Lakes, and then back down. Hard to see with all that's going on our map here, but Fergus Falls is right there, so you're right in the thick of it. One thing to point out, Fargo finally quieting down here for the moment, and as we expand the view, you can see that in general, we're winding things down from southwest to northeast here this morning, so that'll be good to get a break, but it's only a break. We've got some storms coming our way for later today, too. A lot of rain lately. Look at all this bright colors on the map here. We're looking at an inch or more of rain in some of those spots, but especially in Kittson County. Radar estimated more than 5 inches of rain there. May not be quite that much, but we do have a flood warning in effect for Kittson County here because of that excessive rainfall. Wind speeds are lighter in some areas, other places still gusting to 30. Fargo's one of those spots. And our temperatures right now, 60s to low 70s. It's very warm. It's going to be another warm and muggy day today. Be ready for that as we're looking for that chance for some storms to continue. So here's a look at our hour-by-hour planner here this morning. You can see that we've got some thunderstorms continuing in the east, and then as we continue on into the afternoon, that moves on for midday. Lunchtime, temperatures in the 80s and some 70s up north, and we get that break, but here's that south wind trucking in all that moisture yet again and feeding in for more storms later today. This is 5 o'clock, 90 degrees in Fargo at that point in time, 80s across a good portion of the valley. And check this out, more rain, more thunderstorms popping up. Focus will be right along the Red River and east from there initially, and then continuing to spread in yet again into the overnight hours and into early tomorrow morning. So we're looking at once more another round of this, and heavy rain is going to be a big problem for us for today and into tomorrow morning yet again. So we've got another First Alert weather day for today, not for this event that we had this morning, for later today for the risk of severe weather. We'll talk more about that coming up. Here's a look at your 7-day planner. You can see that we're going to be quite unsettled through the first half of the week, quieting down and cooling down into the end of the week.
A lot to talk about here this morning, Lisa. And for the people who don't notice, hey, you're back in the studio with us.
Yes, severe weather brought me back. It's a lot to cover and a lot to go through, so I wanted to make sure we were here for you.
Well, we're glad to have you back. Thank you. Storm debris was all over the streets in North Fargo after high winds whipped through neighborhoods and snapped some tree branches. Now, this was taken around 2 this morning in the area north of downtown. So you can see a lot of people in city crews. Well, they have their cleanup work cut out for them this morning. And out right now in the weather to show us the damage is the Valley Today's Callie Hubbard with the very latest. Good morning, Callie. Where are you and what's it like out there?
Hi, yeah, good morning, Jordan. If you were one of the ones that were kind of startled in the middle of the night from that thunder, you weren't the only one. I'm right here with you. But this is kind of the aftermath of the storms that passed through here. This is an uprooted tree. Just look at the branches on this thing. It goes down pretty deep, probably about 2 feet down there. I'm outside of the Clay County Courthouse in Moorhead, and this tree is pretty massive. I want you to take a walk with me. Look how far it goes. And actually, I feel super bad for whoever van this is right here, because the tree landed right on top of this van. Now, this was only some of the aftermath in the valley. North Fargo was also hit. There was a lot of debris that was down in the area. So if you do have to travel this morning, your morning commute may take a little bit longer, as city officials and just those in the neighborhoods have a lot of work cut out for them today, just picking up all this debris. Now, I also want to tell you about the roads a little bit. The roads were kind of flooded out. My photographer Marley and I were on our way here to Moorhead, and the highway had a little bit of water on it, as well as those roads like Main Street and Moorhead. So I'm going to send it back over to you in the studio. But yeah, we're just kind of going through the different neighborhoods and just kind of seeing what we have out here today. Yeah, and the root of that tree was as tall as you are, Callie. And so just for some reference, about roughly how tall are you? I'm about 5'4". About 5'4", 5'4". Yeah, and the root was bigger than that. So yeah, a lot of damage that people are waking up to this morning. Yeah. Thank you very much, Callie.
That was incredible. Church members of Bethel Lutheran Church in Battle Lake, Minnesota came together Sunday morning, but their first service since the coronavirus pandemic was held in the parking lot after a fire on Saturday destroyed the building. Firefighters were called around 6 Saturday night, and by the time they got there, the church was fully engulfed in flames. It's the history of the church, established in 1876, that has both members and former members reflecting on what the church means to them. One family drove all the way from South Dakota to pay their respects.
I grew up in this church. I was confirmed, I was baptized and confirmed, went to Sunday school till I was in the 12th grade. It started my whole Christian ministry.
Pastor Todd Hilden says they do plan to rebuild and is looking forward to the future of their church, but they aren't sure what the new plans for the church are yet or when it will be built. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
A Fargo woman and police are asking for your help finding the person involved in a hit and run. It happened early Saturday morning at 732 2nd Street North. Police say a vehicle slammed into the back of the parked Mustang and pushed it into a parked truck, causing damage to both vehicles. Take a look there. If you have any information about this, you're urged to call the Fargo police. More gyms are opening in the Valley. Ahead on the Valley today, why it's taking so long for one popular gym in Fargo to welcome people back.